Oh, oh, wait, I made the song really low and now I'm just like singing, hi! How is everybody? Are y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for Blue Jessie? You ready for Blue Jessie? Oh, wait. Okay, there we go. There it is. Ready? All right, let's see this. Let's see this. Wait. I'm not fully blue. As you'll see, my arms are still not blue, and it doesn't go all the way down my boobs. This will be fun. Ready? 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 Here we go. Boom! You got blue. Yeah, I'm blue. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die. Dabba dee dabba die. And also Newt's gonna come here. Hey Newt, you wanna say hi to Blue Mommy? Come and say hi. Yeah. Hi, say hi to everyone, Newt. You're like, what's going on? Nope, you're just like confused. Come here. Come and say hi to everyone. Hello everyone. Welcome to Blue Jessie. Come here. Come on. Are you gonna hide off right off camera? Come on, be on camera. Are you being like grudge? Are you being a queen even though you're a king? Hi, how is everybody doing? I hope everyone's good, doing good. Welcome to the chat stream. As Newt like just hangs up. I'm gonna move it over here just so Newt you can kind of see Newt. Wait, Newt, come here, bud. Come here. Come and say hi to everyone. Come here. There he is. There he is. How is everyone? It's good to see you. Good to see you, Benjamin, Richard Barkley, Corey. Good to see you, Clarissa, Owen. And now you're gonna climb on my lap. Now that I've moved the camera for you, let me move it back. Move this back here. All right, there we go. Let's see, who else is here? Super Femi, good to see you. Hello, HD, Jilly, Geary, Knit and Crochet Tiger, good to see you. Aaron Nichols, 94 Hippie, good to see you. Fantastic, Mr. Fox. Yes, you are a king, fantastic, Mr. Fox. Thank you very much, Helio. Yeats, good to see you. Clarissa Navarro, Baby Girl Roberta. Oh, thank you so much, Baby Girl Roberta. I appreciate that you saying that you do educational. Oh, that's really nice. I appreciate that. Heart to you. Why so blue, Jessie Gender? I know it's a sad day. It's a sad day. I might be filming a video, or I might have been filming a video today. Ooh, that dried up. Sorry, I'm just like, looks like I'm feeling up my boobs. And no, I'm like, oh, this actually like dried up pretty well. Like this is just. Should I go to my improv class like this? Just go to my, and also you hadn't noticed my eyes are yellow too. I have contacts in, which I can't wait to take out because they're itchy as all hell. Like these contact lenses are awful. But sure, likely story. Yeah. I hope everyone's doing good. We ain't never had a friend. We ain't never had. Yeah, let's just do blue jokes the entire time. We ain't never had a friend. Never had a friend. We ain't never had a friend. Never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend. Okay, I should stop that before I get too much copyright. Before I get copyright infringed. This isn't Mystique. I won't spoil what this is because it's for a video that I want to be doing. But I'm like, the video just got done and I made the mistake earlier. By the way, doing this, I put on all the makeup. And then realized I didn't put on the contact lenses. So I had to try not to mess up the makeup and put in the contact lenses. I almost said screw it and not do the contact lenses because of it. But before we get too much further, I just want to let everyone know what this is, what this normally is. Despite the makeup, which is its own whole thing. This is my normal weekly chat stream. It's a little bit earlier this week and until next week as well too. Not next week, until like the middle of December. It's normally going to be at 6 p.m. Pacific time, but until like the middle of December, it's going to be a little bit earlier because I have a improv class that goes right after this that I'm gonna have to like actually like wipe myself down before I go to improv class. Will be fantastic. So that'll be fun. Or again, I could just go to improv class like this. It'll be there's an element to me that kind of wants to. I kind of want to go to my improv class like this. Maybe I'll text my friend and ask him if I should or not. There's an element of me that's like, maybe I should. Maybe I should just go to improv class just like this and just not like just not draw attention to it. It'd be kind of just funny. What was I gonna say? Oh gosh, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, anyways, so for those of you who don't know, this is my weekly chat stream. Every week I do a chat stream where I just answer all the questions from all of you. If you have questions for me, anything that you want me to talk about, topics you want to talk about, I'm here to answer all of that. Otherwise, we just hang out. I already see some super chats, so I'm going to give some hearts to that. But if you do super chats, which are super appreciated because they help me pay the bills, I give you hearts, and then I obviously answer your question. So super chats, very much appreciated, hearts, and I answer it. But if you don't have any money to give or anything like that, that's totally okay. That's totally fine. There's no pressure here on that front, and I'll try to read the chat as well. But again, super chats are appreciated. And hey, Counselor Zan, yeah, I'm doing Zan. I could see why, like, oh gosh, I could see why the actress who played Zan left the show after a while, because this was a whole thing. Just doing this, and I'm only up to like here, like I'm only just the top part of myself. So I could, like, just having to do blue every single day. I can't, like the actor, like Doug Jones on Discovery. I have no idea how that man does it. Like how Doug Jones in all of his roles, like he's just insane. In Los Angeles, no one could look at you twice. Yeah, I'm Smurfing hell. Yeah, Corey, just to go to improv. Anyways, I saw some super chats, so I just want to make sure I quick address them. Or Newt, do you want to address the super chats? Newt, you want to talk about the super chats, buddy? Yeah? Yeah? Good boy. Who's a good boy? Yeah, you are. You're a good boy. Hopefully I'm not getting blue on you. Yeah, he's going to be all blue. I'm going to make Newt blue on accident. But yes, let me just let me give some, check out the super chats. Keats Cast, heart to you. Thank you so much. You said had a rough day, so I'm glad to get off shift for your stream. Oh, I'm sorry. Can everyone send Keats Cat some love, everybody? I didn't see that earlier. So Keats Cat, I'm sorry you're having a bad day. So I'm sending you love. You are absolutely fantastic. Keats Cast, not Keats Cat. Keats Cast. Everyone sends Keats Cat some love. And then yes, bud. Hi. You want to send some love to people? Yeah. Is that what's going on? Or are you just trying to get attention? Is that what's going on? Is that what's happening? There you go. Who's a newt? Who's a good baby? Let's see. Vale? Oh, Vale, good to see you. Heart to you. I know normally your comments are put through Corey. So it's nice to see you in here, Vale. Lovely. It's good to see you. Blue Jessie, I just want to send you a little bit of love. I hope your day is as amazing as you are. Oh, you are amazing. I mean, the day was interesting. The day was interesting because I've been getting all blew up, and there goes Newt. Yeah, you gonna go over there? There he goes. He's gonna go explore. But yeah, it's been a good day overall. Just very blue. And I have a lot of mess to clean up. Not just like I have, my other room is all filled with the filming equipment because I was filming, like doing something kind of special for this. Yeah, my day's not done. I'm gonna have to do, after we finish this, I'm going to improv and I have to come back and clean up. So it's gonna be a day is the answer. But thank you so much, Vale. It's good to see you. Let's see, some other super chats here. Super Femi, thank you so much for your super chat. A heart to you, you're lovely. Mwah, mwah. You said, go to improv, paint it blue. It's what improv class is all about. Wait, I'm gonna do this on stream. I'm gonna text my, my friend. And I'm actually gonna ask him, should I go to improv class all blued up? It might be fun. Wait. I'm not gonna say his name on stream, but let me just say. Okay, cool. All right. Wait, does that send? Okay, there we go. Cool. Sorry, I want to make sure I lost the chat for a second. Anyways, I'm gonna see if he texts me back and see if I should go to the actual, like, the actual class like this. I feel like I shouldn't. It'd be funny, but I don't know if I want to be like this for, like, what is it, 2.5 hours of class? I don't think that would be fun for me. All right. Heart to you, Carlisle, the Cinephile. Thank you so much for your super chat. You are lovely. I appreciate you. You said, can I get some words of support and encouragement from chat? Today I quit my job out of protest because I found out they do business with a homophobic hate group and won't be doing anything about that. Well, number one, what's the best way to say it? Like, I'm sorry that you had to quit your job because that's freaking awful, and I'm sorry your job did that. But I think it's cool of you that you stood up and said, like, screw you guys, I'm done. I really apologize that had to happen. I know, like, Carlisle, it's been difficult. Like, I know you had, like, issues finding jobs earlier, so I'm so sorry that happened, and that really, really sucks. So sending you all the love, but awesome of you for standing up against them and say screw that, because that is totally not, like, that is not cool at all. Like, legitimately not cool. So I just wanted to send you love. So you are awesome, Carla. Listen to File. Sorry, my brain's kind of, I also apologize. My brain's kind of like smattered right now because of all the blue. So apologies that my brain's a little bit smattered here right now. Let's see. Jilly Geary, heart to you. Thank you so much for your super chat. You're absolutely lovely. I appreciate you. The juxtaposition of Jessie Genders, Corey, very white hands in front of their blue face. Yeah, look at that. This is the distinction right here between my actual skin and blue. It's a good thing. But yeah, blue even on the eyelids. I don't know why you can see this, but I have my normal purple and blue eyeshadow on there. For the video I shot, I had to cry a little bit so that it kind of smeared, so hence why that's a little bit spotty there, but I had to cry a little bit for the video, which the context lens is made very easy. I'm not like the best crier on command, but it made it very, very easy to do it. Oh, thank you, Tori Thompson. You are appreciated. I really appreciate that. Let's see. NCC 1701, Chris. Well, have a good time at work. I hope got to go. I'm at work. Well, I hope work is going good for you. Sending you love, NCC 1701, Chris. Oh, Tumbleweed Witch, thank you so much. It seems to be throwing off the color balance of the camera. Wait, let's see if I can have some fun. Let's see what fun I can have here. Studio mode as Newt in the background. Let's see. Can I do some fun stuff? Let's see. I can maybe do something here. Okay, I won't do that. That was a whole thing. What else can I do here? I could do that. No, I don't want to do that. Wait, I can do. No, I can just. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Oh God. Whoa, my mouth is green in this. Okay. Sorry, I'm sure that's giving someone a headache. I'm just trying to see what I got here. Oh boy. I'm here for this. This is kind of fun. Oh, I like this one. Oh, Newt wants out. All right, let me let Newt out, and then I'll keep going back to chat and super chats and everything. Let's see. Okay, let me let Newt out real quick. You're gonna see my pajama bottoms that I'm currently wearing. Woof. Ow! Come here, bud. There you go. Go and explore. Okay. Okay. I'm back. I am back. All right, let's see. That's Jessie getting pulled. Yeah, I'm getting pulled into the mirror universe like the Star Trek and like, whoa. Let's see. Pink Jessie, watermelon Jessie. You were a non-transphobic Ahsoka there for a second. Yes, I love Ahsoka. Sadly, I'm not the biggest fan of the actress who plays her, but I mean, in live action, in the animated, she's great. It's a whole thing. So, but I do love Ahsoka. Ahsoka is my favorite Star Wars character. Like, legitimately my favorite Star Wars character, hands down. What does everyone want to talk about? I will say, the only thing I'm not going to talk about today is Star Trek Discovery. I have my whole review. If anyone wants me to talk about Star Trek Discovery, I'm down to talk about it. I have in my review, if you want to leave a comment. But I know folks from the international community, sadly, frustratingly, don't have Star Trek Discovery. So, by the way, I said I did a whole video on it for my other channel, but I do want to say, if you're an international viewer wanting to watch Star Trek Discovery, I'm so sorry. That sucks that you cannot watch it with us. It really, what frustrates me most about it is, without, again, no spoilers, I really like this season premiere, and we got to see, I'm actually a little bit ahead. I was able to see a little bit ahead because I got asked the virtual premiere and everything, and I think the season's going to be really, really good, and I'm really kind of frustrated and angry that they have to split the Trekkie community like this and everything. So I'm so sorry. And there are other ways that as someone who is being recorded for posterity on the internet, I do not approve of any other way than watching the Star Trek Discovery legally when it comes to your area. However, what I will say is one of my favorite scenes in Star Trek Generations, the movie Star Trek Generations, is the opening scene where they're all in pirates. They're on that like pirate ship. And it's not, I mean, it's a kind of a pirate ship. I mean, it's shippy, the kind of ships that pirates used to do. And I really think that that's a cool scene in that movie. I don't know why I'm bringing that up, a whole scene about pirates in the context of Star Trek Discovery. Again, I don't endorse anything other than watching the show legally, but, that pirate scene in Star Trek Generations is it's a good scene. Just saying, you know. So there you go. There you go. But yeah, I will just say that I am sorry about that. So if you want to talk Star Trek Discovery, I did do the review and I'll respond to comments and stuff over there. But otherwise we won't talk about it here, just so you know. Lewis Darden, I recently watched your Sia video. Can we expect to see anything on the channel on Netflix's Inside Job, considering the American characters all but stated to be on the national spectrum? I watched Inside Job. I don't know if I have much to say about that show, other than she's definitely coded as autistic, but I don't think there's anything like super special in terms of like the differences between her and like other autistically coded characters. I like her character. I just don't know if there's anything specifically on that show that I would say as a is specifically like worth analyzing. Maybe in like a larger video analyzing autistically coded traits in animation, which actually would be a really good video, because I feel like a lot of main characters in animated series, especially like adult animated comedies. I mean, I'm thinking of like Rick and Morty being a good one, good example of that. Like I feel that's actually kind of interesting now that I think about it, that a lot of like modern day adult animated comedies have autistically coded main characters, are close to main characters, like Rutherford, I would even say, on Star Trek Lower Decks is definitely coded to be autistic as well. You could even say Tendi too, to a degree, but I think Rutherford is much more autistically coded, which is kind of interesting. So that's an essay right there, now that I think about it. And also, I will say it's not going to come this year, but probably some point early next year, once I finish off some of the projects that I'm currently working on. One of my big videos that I want to do early next year will be a video on the intersection between autism and transness, because there's a big intersection there, and I do want to do a video on that, and I have the idea for it, but I just want to make sure I get it, I do it right, and so that'll probably be a next year project as well. And I also just saw another super chat. Lisa Garrison, heart to you. Thank you so much for your super chat. I really appreciate you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. You said, okay, what is a proto-warp supposed to be? Proto-warp. Oh yeah, that's a Star Trek Discovery. Well, that's actually a Star Trek Prodigy thing. Which actually I guess people are caught up on that one. That one I could answer a little bit, but it looks like it's a, without getting too much into spoilers, it looks like it's another pseudo-science-y warp drive thing that's like maybe faster than slip space. That would be my guess on what proto warp is. That's my one guess anyways. I'm not entirely sure. But what else was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't want to get too much into the weeds on Star Trek Prodigy, because I know that was also taken off for people, so people in international markets might not all be caught up. Oh yeah, that did, without spoiling Tori, I agree with you. That moment with on Star Trek Prodigy was adorable. Rock Talk is easily my favorite character on that show. Easily my favorite character. Oh, Carlisle the Cinephile, thank you for everything. Carlisle, you have been an amazing part of, you've been like on this channel and part of this community for like well over a year. And like, Carlisle, you are appreciated. Heart to you. Thank you so much for super chat. But like, you are super appreciated. I really appreciate you. Again, everyone just sending you love, Carlisle the Cinephile. You are absolutely wonderful. Wait, there are Star Trek sea shanties, CM? I love Star Trek sea shanties. What would that even be? What do you do with a drunken officer? What would you do with a drunken officer? What would you do with a drunken officer? Lie in the morning. Make him clean the nacelles with an old tricorder. Make him clean the nacelles with an old tricorder. Make him clean the nacelles with an old tricorder. Lie in the morning. What do you do with a drunken? That would be my guess. Let's see. Candace Sabo, thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate you. I commented on one of Jessie's old videos about GCS, gender confirmation surgery, and I got a heart. Felt like somebody for a minute. LOL, great stream so far. Yeah, no, I try to read. I think I remember actually seeing your comment, Candace. Because I go through and so the way that just to give you a little behind the scenes of how like how stuff like this works for YouTubers. There's an app on here on my phone just for YouTubers, and it gives you all the like analytics and stuff, but it also gives you all the comments, and I try to like keep up on all the comments as much as I can. So I read right now. There will probably come a point in the near future. It even got close to it a few days ago, unlike some of the bigger videos, like because a few of my most recent videos, like the Dave Chappelle ones and a couple of the other ones, they did really well in the algorithm, so a lot of comments. So I got a little bit inundated, and I was almost like, I don't know if I can keep up with them, but I try to at my best to read every single comment. which sadly means I have to read some awful ones, but like what I'm always proud of is like 90% of the, like, and I say proud of in terms of like the community, like proud of the community, not for myself, that most of the comments are always really nice, and I try to read every single one. So, I try to heart as many comments to let people know that I read them. And my hearting a comment, I never heart comments that I think are awful, but I do try to heart people's, just like, so people know that like, hey, I read your comment and I think you're wonderful. If it's a comment that I like overly disagree with, or I think is like actively hateful or anything, I obviously won't heart it. But otherwise, if you get a heart on your comment, obviously I read it, and I try to do that as much as I can so that people know that I read their comments as best I can. Oh, Corey, yeah. Did anyone, you saw the oh, sorry, I just saw, I know there's some more super chats I'll read, but yeah, that's my phone background, because of course I got, also someone liked one of my tweets. But that's my of course that's my phone background. Gotta have Ethan Peck on there. Make sure I want to send you some hearts. I see. Ski, apologies if I say this wrong. Ski Whiskar 999. Heart to you. Thank you so much for the super chat, you lovely, lovely human. You said, hi, just stopped by this evening. Thanks for the great review today. Oh, thank you very much. I need to like get my reviews shorter, to be honest. This isn't spoiler stuff. This is more just like, I look out and there's like Steve, who did a great review too. His review is 8 minutes long. My review is 30 minutes long. So which doesn't, like, my reviews always do terribly in the algorithm because I tend to be verbose, but I have a lot of thoughts. I want to break down the episode. So something that I learn is that I just am not, I'm not good at like following the algorithm. Like, there are things that I know I could do better, but I don't want to sacrifice my art. I say my art being like just YouTube algorithm bait. So, but yeah, no, it's, I appreciate you. Let me put it this way. The reason I say that is that, like, I have a lot that I like to talk about with shows, and I would rather be overly verbose and share more with all of you than just like try to truncate it down. I mean, I try not to be overly like talkative, but I try to keep it to the points that I really, really want to focus on. So. Keats Cast, heart to you. Thank you so much for your super chat. Q appears before you and offers to let you travel through time and direct an episode of Star Trek. Which series? Ooh, okay, good. I mean, ooh, good question. That's actually a great question. Also, I want to quick say, Marius apologies if I say this wrong. Marius Lecter. Thank you so much. You said Cat Black did a reaction video to Chappelle's Netflix special. That is a good watch. I just wanted to call that out because I agree. Cat Black's reaction to Chappelle's video is also very good, and I would highly recommend checking out just check out Cat Black in general, but that video in particular was really good. But okay, I like this question. If I could pick one Star Trek series to direct, I feel like the answer's got to be Deep Space Nine. It would have to be Deep Space Nine or Enterprise. But I feel like Deep Space, if I were just talking directing, I feel like the actors that I would want to work with more than any would be the Deep Space Nine actors, because they always feel like really professional. Now, I feel like Next Generation's actors would also be a lot of fun to do. I also feel like Discovery actually would be a lot of fun too, just because you also get a lot more like ambitious cinematography with that too. The problem with television directing is like you don't have a lot of time to like sit and choose which like shots that you really get into the artistry of it. It's one of my things that makes me sad about television directing, is that when you think about television directing, I wish they had more time to make really purposeful cinematography. Because you don't really see a ton of like really thoughtful cinematography in television, because it's mostly just like, hey, get on the conveyor belt, get it done. It's much more workman horse like, and the focus tends to then go more onto the acting, which it should. Like, I would rather have a TV show focus on the acting, have the director focus on the acting than the cinematography. But cinematography tends to be one of the first things sacrificed in terms of like doing. Not that cinematography is bad. Like, if you look at Star Trek Discovery, the cinematography is really, really good in it. But usually cinematography is much more about, here's a pretty image, rather than like, here's an image that like reflects the emotionality of the scene, if that makes any sense. Like, you can make the image look pretty, and there are shows that make really beautiful images, but there are a few TV shows that I think really thoughtfully reflect the like interiority of a scene in a way that like a movie can. That like a movie cinematography has much more time to really have the cinematography reflect the interiority or some sort of nuanced aspect of it. So I feel like if I had to pick any, Deep Space Nine would probably be the show that I would pick to direct. But Discovery, Discovery would be up there, and Enterprise would be up there too, because it'd be kind of weird and fun to do an Enterprise. Like say, hey, I did an Enterprise episode. I'm down for that. Let's see. Yes, Wild does. Yes, Vera Wild does have an OnlyFans account, and you should all check it out. I joked on a recent podcast about me doing an OnlyFans, and the part of the reason that I don't want to do an OnlyFans is really quite literally because I don't know if I have the time to do an OnlyFans. It's not like I'm not like I have anything against like showing more provocative images of myself, but I don't know if I have the time. I don't even have time to do like a TikTok, so OnlyFans is this whole other thing. Let's see. John Vinnels, heart to you. Thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate you. You said, my fave thing about Kindred is how Butler lets us see Rufus's humanity rather than writing him as evil white guy who exists to hurt enslaved. Yeah, I agree. That was, for those of you who don't know, by the way, we were talking about this on another stream, but John brings up a great point. Like, what I love, for those of you who don't know, Kindred is by Octavia Butler, who's one of the best science fiction authors that you'll ever read. If you have not read Octavia Butler, you should... Well, I was going to say stop the stream, but wait until the end of the stream, then go pick up her book. And because what Kindred is about a woman from, at the time of the novel, present day. So I think it's like the 80s was when the novel came out. A black woman from the 80s gets sent back in time to the antebellum South, slavery South, and gets tied to one of her ancestors, Rufus, who was a white slave owner. And you can... without getting too much into the weeds on it, but like there's a reason that she has him as an ancestor, and she's also black, and he was a white slave owner. So you can, without getting too trigger warning on this stream, you can connect the dots there. But the book is really all about like showcasing this complex relationship that came up because of the antebellum South, that obviously like black people were suffering under like horribly suffering, and the book is not shy about showing that. But it also shows that it doesn't paint Rufus, who is the slave owner, as like just dastardly evil person, but like talks about like how even he, you know, he starts like she knows him when he's a kid, and you know saves his life, and the complex relationship of like how he is definitely abusing the system and hurting people, and is not a great human being at all, and she ends up hating him, rightfully so. But also doesn't paint him as like not a human being. And I think for Octavia Butler to show that complexity of a character, I think is just speaks to, number one, her empathy, and also her brilliance in writing. But she is an author that I just really truly appreciate so much, because not only does she have just wonderful, fantastic ideas, but she was able to be like, this is the point that I want to make, and this is awful, while also still being able to show that like this was not a system perpetuated by just evil, dastardly people, but it was a system that perpetuated itself by making people believe that they deserved to be on top, and that they dehumanized black people. Yeah, it was a very enlightening one, and one that, like, to be fair, I am not the best person. Like, I can talk about that book, but I would much rather point people towards, black commenters on that book, because I think there's a lot of insight that novel has that I am not the best commenter to talk about. But it's a great novel that I highly recommend everyone read. Also, her Exogenesis series is absolutely fantastic as well. So there we go. Oh, and thank you, Jenny and Jones, for sharing Cat Black's video. I appreciate that. Edward Bedor, heart to you. Thank you so much for your super chat. Have a good night, Geek Filter. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for doing. By the way, everyone thank Geek Filter has been doing some of my thumbnail works lately, and so everyone send him some thanks. I really appreciate him doing that. Edward Bedor says, Patrick Stewart, we are not allowed to have fun. Also, Patrick Stewart, about free titty. Yeah, if anyone ever reads like the behind the scenes of Star Trek: The Next Generation, he seems P. Stew, good old peace stew seems to have lightened up nowadays and towards the end of Next Generation, but apparently if you read behind the scenes of the like first few seasons of Next Generation, Patrick Stewart just was a bit like full of himself, and like all the other actors kind of knew it. Like Marina Sirtis, who played Deanna Troi, she often calls him out on that and being like, you were kind of a jerk back in the day. So it's just kind of funny hearing the stories that like Captain Picard was very much like, I'm the captain and I'm the lead and I'm the most important one here, and this is going to be a serious show and there's no joking around on set. But it obviously mellowed over time because Patrick Stewart's a cool dude, but was a little bit full of himself, and even he would even be one of the first people to admit that if you read some interviews with him. So he would be one of the first people to admit that. Let's see. And thank you so much, Just Karen, for dealing with that person. I appreciate that. Chloe, thank you so much for your super chat. Heart to you. You were absolutely wonderful. I was wondering if you'd be interested in joining me on my friend's podcast in the future about unproduced Star Trek screenplays in the future. We can organize in Twitter DMs, no date yet. Yes, please. Chloe, send me information. The best way to contact me about that stuff is by email. I am usually down to appear on podcasts. It depends on the time and my availability and all that jazz. So just let me know what the time is, when it is, and all that information that you have. And I'm certainly not against it. The biggest issue is not me wanting to be on podcasts, because I try my best to be on other people's podcasts as best I can. But mostly it's just like time. I have so little time, and also need to also make sure to take care of myself and rest myself. So yeah, send me an email. And depending on when it is and where it is and all that jazz, I am down to do it. But I just need to know information, and it'll also just depend on availability and that sort of stuff. So yes, please send me an email. Heart to you, John. Thank you so much. Yeah, you had more points about Kindred, and also how the book shows us how Diana's husband Kevin is not immune to the toxic antebellum attitudes despite being basically a good person. Yeah. The main character's husband, who is in the present, is also like got some really interesting commentary as well, and like doesn't fully understand her plight because he's not black. At least I don't remember. I don't believe he was. It's been a minute. It's been like 3 or 4 years since I read the book, so I might be misremembering. But again, the book is just, again, Octavia Butler is just so good at like expressing the dynamics of all of that, and it's a really, really, really well done book. If you want to cameo on mine, I'll cameo on your OnlyFans in a couple of weeks. We'll talk about it on the podcast. Oh God. Corey, heart to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You said, Jessie, Vale says if you had an OnlyFans, you'd be a million. They want to know they are high and also gay. Jessie, oh, okay. Sorry. I was confused. I was confused by the wording for a second. Vale says if you had an OnlyFans, you'd be a million. I'd be a millionaire. I'm assuming you say they want you to know that they are high and also gay. Yes. Yeah, no, it'd be, let me put it this way. I'm not doing OnlyFans right now, but, the video that I have coming up next month about sex in Star Trek, which I'm almost done with, by the way, the editing's getting close to finished, which I'm very excited about. That may be as close to an OnlyFans, besides my kink and pride video that I did, which was very, very risque. My sex in Star Trek video, the outfits that I wear in that video might be as close to OnlyFans as you can get on YouTube without being demonetized completely. So I hope you'll all enjoy that. I'm super pumped for that video, by the way. I hope it does well. I've got some cool guests on it. Like I've got I think about 20 people guesting in that video, and I put a lot of work into it. I'm gonna be honest with all of you. My video for Sex and Star Trek, it's a movie. I might have over it might be over 2.5 hours long. So I don't know if it's going to do super well in the algorithm, but I'm going to have fun making it, and I hope you all enjoy it. It's going to essentially be my Christmas special this year. It's not going to be branded as like the Christmas special sort of thing, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I'm very excited for that video. So I will say, when that video comes out next month, Please watch it. You don't even like put it on the background, even if you don't like it. I'm very excited for that video, and I've worked very, very hard on it. And like Lucian and a bunch of other people have worked hard on it, and I really want to make sure that I know because of the length of it, and because it's also Star Trek, and Star Trek like is weirdly wonky in the algorithm with me lately for some reason. I don't think it's gonna do super, super well. So if y'all could comment on it and like it when it comes out, I'd be very, very appreciative, because I think it's gonna be amazing. I literally am just producing a movie about sex and Star Trek. It's gonna be a whole thing. But regardless, what else? Just want to quick. And also, I just want to say, yeah, Vale, by the way, I know you're gay. You're lovely, Vale. You're absolutely lovely. You, Corey as well, but Vale, you are absolutely adorable. I should do a high stream at some point. Maybe that'll be kind of fun to do, like get high and play video games. I do drunk streams, but a high stream would be fun too. Catherine Lambeth, heart to you. Thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate you. Jessie's OnlyFans should be here in footy pajamas with Star Trek action figures acting out her fanfic. But what would be better for my OnlyFans is if I get some tribbles and put tribbles in strategically placed locations on my body. I think that might be fun too. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I am teasing you all. I am teasing you all, and I'm a terrible person. I'm a terrible person just teasing you all like that. I am so, so sorry. Let's see. Oh, have some fun. Council Geeks, you're lovely. It's hard to you. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Violet. You are absolutely wonderful. Hopefully you're still here, Violet. I know I'm catching up a little bit, but you said stop by and say hi. I love your work. Thank you for a positive representation and safe without. Thank you, Violet. Thank you for being wonderful. You're absolutely wonderful. Kless Kepler asked, what eyeshadow do you wear? I think it's called Revolutions? I think it's called Revolutions, from Target. If you go to Target, it's like it's not a particularly special brand. It's like there's just like these, it's like the Galaxy branded one from Target. It's actually a really nice palette of eyeshadow. To be honest, I really only use the purple and blue from it. Like, if you look at my eyeshadow palette, all the other colors on the eyeshadow palette are completely untouched. And then the purple and blue are, like, nearly gone. Which should tell you something about the colors that I use. But yeah, I think it's called Revolutions. I think that's the color palette, I believe. But it's from Target. So if you go to Target and look for, like, the Galaxy one, it's not particularly special, but it looks really nice. Lowbrow Deluxe, heart to you. Thank you so much for your super chat. You said, Lower Deck's personal theory, Mariner is a Bashir situation. One hand, reason for rebelling against Captain Mom. Other hand is might cheapen her competency. Oh, so you're like saying that she's genetically enhanced? That would be interesting. I don't know if they would do that, just because I feel like that would be repetitive. But then again, Star Trek's never been against, like, stealing from itself. But it'd be interesting. That would be an interesting theory. I wouldn't be against seeing that, to be honest, with Mariner. But I hear what you said. It would, like, ruin her competency. Like, she's like, I'm only competent because of this sort of thing. But yeah, no, that's actually an interesting idea. I don't hate that idea, Lowbrow Deluxe. That's actually a really cool one. Elizabeth Chris, heart to you. Thank you for the newt. I'm assuming that's meant to be newt, the newt cat emoji. I appreciate that. Mwah. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Chloe says, heart to you. Thank you so much for your second super chat. You said, will do. I'll talk to him. We pre-recorded, can record in chunks if needed. Yeah, let me know. Like I said, send me an email. Again, it'll depend on my availability. So I'm not going to make any promises at the moment, like how much time you need me and stuff. But I'm definitely interested. So yeah, send me an email and I'm totally down. Jilly Geary, heart to you. Thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate you. You said your Smurfness is super Smurfy Smurfs. Yes, I'm be very Smurfy. Like I'm the second Lady Smurf. There's only one Lady Smurf. Which, by the way, I know this joke has been done, but isn't it an interesting question? Like, there's only one Lady Smurf, and so it's like there might be a lot of trans men. Everyone's just like, oh, everyone's just sleeping with like Smurf. But like, there's a lot of trans men. Might be a lot of trans men in the Smurf community, which I'm here for. Like, hell yeah. Or non-binary Smurfs. Where's all the MB Smurfs? Come on. You're telling me there are definitely some non-binary freaking Smurfs in that Smurf village. You know it. We all know it. We all know it. We all know it. So, don't know how I got on that, but there you go. A person on YouTube asked, is this a Mystique cosplay? It's not. The eyes may make it seem, but it's not supposed to be a Mystique cosplay. Though like I said, the eyes definitely make it seem that way. Though I can't wait to get these contacts out because they are a pain. Let's see. You need Super Femi. You need to get his channel on Nebula. I will say this once, and I won't say it again. I appreciate you saying that. Send an email to Nebula. I've actually reached out to them, and they have never gotten back to me. Maybe it's because they hate me. I doubt it's that. I bet they get a million requests from people, and so they're like, Jessie Gender, who the hell is this? But I will say I will have to do a little bit of self-promote. I would love to be on Nebula. So I think Nebula has like a submit a creator thing. So if any of you wish to submit my name as a creator to possibly be on Nebula, I would be really ecstatic about that. But don't like, I'm not pressuring. There's zero pressure for me. I'm mentioning it once, and I'll say it once, and then I'll stop because I don't like to be that person that's like, do this for me. Like, I would love to, but that is what it is. And that's all I'll say on that, because I don't want to ever... I feel bad if I ever push for things like that. Like, it is what it is. Savory Lemon, heart to you. Thank you so much for your super chat. You said, "Hey Jessie, been a bit since I caught a stream. What are your thoughts on the new Dune?" Oh, Savory Lemon, thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate that, and it's good to see you. It has been a hot minute, but it is good to see you. If you want my full thoughts on the movie, I actually did a review on my secondary channel, so I have a whole review of the movie. But I really liked it. I thought it was a great film. I'm trying to remember because it's been a minute, and I like once I do a review of a movie, I kind of like, okay, I've downloaded my thoughts and it's out there, so I don't need to hold on to it. But going back to it, I thought it was it was not Denis Villeneuve's Denis. I never say his name correct, so apologies to him. My favorite movie of him is still Blade Runner 2049, and then Arrival, and then Dune would probably be like third or fourth. But I think he did a really great job of capturing the first like third of that novel. I think the actors are all freaking brilliant. I love the expansion of this idea of exploring seizing your own destiny. Like, I liked in the movie, without spoiling too much, there are like flashes of the future that Paul Atreides sees. And I think the way they subvert that expectation is so well done within the movie. I think the visuals of the film are freaking fantastic as well. I think my only knock against it is I feel like it honestly could have even been a little bit longer, but also ended at a better place. I think the ending of the film is frustrating. It really is like super frustrating. And so I was a bit disappointed in where it chose to stop. I understand why he did it that way, because he was like there was a better more natural point to end a part one of that movie than where he did. But I understand he kind of ended it at a frustrating point because he wanted to have people want part two so he could get part two made. So I think I understand that was a little bit of a strategic thing on his part. But overall, I really like the new Dune. I think it was absolutely fantastic. Not my favorite of that director, but it's definitely up there, and definitely the best Dune adaptation that's been done for sure. Not even a question on that front. Trying to think if there's anything else specifically with the movie. The other thing too is I love the scale of the worms. They like really sold the scale of the worms in that movie, and I was like, dang, okay. It's so rare that like movies give a sense of proper scale correctly, like make you feel a proper sense of scale. I think the only movies that I can really feel did that recently are that movie, Dune, and then Eternals with the Celestials. Like, the Eternals like really sold, like the size of like the Eternals, like the Celestials' hands at one point in the movie, without spoiling too much, is just like, dang, okay, I have a sense of this thing's real scale, and they did that well in that film. And Dash Fat Bastard, heart to you, thank you so much for your super chat. Mwah, mwah, mwah. You are lovely. It's good to see you, by the way. Tribbles is pasties, I'm toast down for that. Yeah, let's just use fuzzy little like tribbles here and maybe in other areas for the OnlyFans page. And I'll do it in different colors for the OnlyFans page. I'll like do it in blue and orange and purple and green. Be in Orion for one of them. Try to do sexy Tendi cosplay for an OnlyFans. Oh, foreign man in a foreign land. Hi, heart to you. It's really good to see you. Sending some eerie vibes your way, Jessie. Oh, heart to you, everyone. Everyone say hi to Foreign Man in a Foreign Land. Freaking amazing YouTuber. I love Foreign Man in a Foreign Land. Does such great work. I haven't watched your latest video yet this week, so apologies, I'm behind a little bit. But please, everyone, send some love to Foreign Man in a Foreign Land and go subscribe to his channel because it's so good. He does such a good job. He's hilarious, by the way. Like really insightful commentary, but also incredibly funny. I adore Foreign Man in a Foreign Land, both as a human being and as a creator. Please go check out his channel because they're so good. So good. The possibility of Star Trek kinks are oh boy. Yeah, I mean there must be. I would be shocked if there's not like a whole like small subset of OnlyFans that just like Star Trek kinks. And I'm teasing you all, aren't I? And I don't mean to do that. I'm just at this point I'm just teasing you all with this like an OnlyFans, and I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Like I'm not against. I adore you as well, Foreign Man in Foreign Land. You're wonderful. Foreign Man in Foreign Land. I will embarrass you. This is my stream, and if you're gonna come into my stream, I will embarrass you with love. That's what I do here. That's what this stream. My streams are about embarrassing people with love. So if you're gonna come here, I will embarrass you with praise and kindness. So that's what you're gonna get. So you don't get to tell me I will embarrass the crap. I mean, unless it really does make you uncomfortable. I will embarrass you and everyone else here. Everyone else here, I will embarrass with love. So you're all fine. But I'm sorry that I'm teasing you all with with OnlyFans stuff. I don't mean to do that. I go subscribe to Vera Wild's OnlyFans. If you want nerdy OnlyFans, go subscribe to her OnlyFans because she does great. Let's see. Read Act 12. Heart to you. Thank you so much for your super chat. You said, curious if you're a Bond fan in any capacity. If so, what do you think of No Time to Die? I'm a big Bond fan. I actually, I thought I did a review of No Time to Die, but I might not have now that I think about it. But I love Bond. I actually grew up on James Bond. Like James Bond, my brother and I would watch James Bond literally all the time. And we loved those movies so much. They have not all aged well, very much so. But I like No Time to Die quite a bit. To be fair, my biggest touch, like I love the James Bond movies quite a bit. I actually love the James Bond video games more. Like Nightfire, 007 Nightfire and Agent Under Fire were my shit growing up. Like I loved those games more than anything. I would play Nightfire for hours and like redo those levels, get all the high scores on. Like those two games were my games. And I'm looking forward to the new James Bond video game coming up from the people who made the Hitman games. So I'm very excited about that. But yeah, no, I'm actually more a fan of the James Bond video games than I am of the movies. Though the last few James Bond video games were not good. Regardless, though, No Time to Die, I really, really loved. I thought it was a fitting end for Daniel Craig. Again, without spoiling too much of the movie, I don't want to get into spoilers for folks that haven't seen the film. But what I will say is it was not his best. I think it's smack dab in the middle for Daniel Craig films. I thought that like Skyfall and Casino Royale, I think, are much better movies. But it's definitely not. It's definitely not as bad as like Quantum of Solace or even Spectre. So like to be fair, for his last movie to be smack dab in the middle of the quality bar actually feels fitting in a weird way. But I feel like the movie did such a great job of paying homage to his entire run without it feeling fan servicey in like an overt way, like kind of Spectre-y was, which is like, here's this. Like the movie just has so many sequences that feel like they really pay homage to, Daniel Craig's entire history, and also there's like references to James Bond histories in general. The film also just does a great job of like giving him a definitive stamp. Like this is saying this was this James Bond's arc. Like all of the James Bonds just feel like they just roll one right into the other, and this movie just so much says like this was Daniel Craig's era as Bond. This is what it meant. This is what he meant, and this is what his era of Bond was about. And I think that did such a great job. I do think at times there's some sequences that are a bit overblown. I think it's a little bit bloated at certain points, which is fine for a movie like that. So there's a bit of bloat to the film. Rami Malek is not in it as nearly enough as he should be. He's a decent villain, but I'm just sort of like, he just almost feels like an afterthought to the film, which again is somewhat fine given the film is more of a send-up of Daniel Craig. But at the end of the day, I really enjoyed it. It would probably not be it's not my favorite. Skyfall is still my favorite of the Daniel Craig movies, followed just closely behind by Casino Royale. But it's definitely one that I would rewatch again and again and again. So I really like No Time to Die. All that being said, No Time to Die is, James Bond as a whole is hella problematic. So there's just that in general. I'm going to have to end the stream soon because I'm going to have to wash off and then run off to improv class. So, and actually my friend never back. My friend never did get back to me. That's unfortunate. He hates me as that's what's happening. Anyways, but regardless, I'm gonna have to wrap this up. So I'm gonna just quick run through. I'm gonna make sure that I get to the rest of the super chat. So, any more super chats, I appreciate them, but I'm just gonna quick run through the ones that that have already been posted, and then I have to wrap out the stream, and I'll try and say hi to a few other people along the way. But I am enjoying my improv class, by the way. Thank you for asking, by the Cappuccino Crafts. I'm really enjoying it. It's been kind of it's nice to be hanging out with people, and it's nice to like try and be funny. I'm not entirely sure how funny I am in improv situations because there's a little bit of like social. The problem with it is I'm good at improv, but I haven't been in like social situations and on stage in so long that it's kind of like trying to like dip my toe back into the water. But it isn't. Oh no, this contact got out of wax. I couldn't see for that. There we go. Okay. Because these contacts like block my eyesight a little bit. But anyways, let me just quick see. I just want to make sure I quick get through these super chats. So, John Vinnels, intersex schmatufets pour le trompe. You probably said something in a different language. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but John, thank you so much for the super chat and heart to you. And I'm so sorry that I cannot read French. I'm assuming that's French. But you said the word intersex, which I believe is something about intersex. And I will say, if you are intersex, you are awesome. Intersex community is amazing. And we also need to be talking about intersex folks more. And I need to do that on this channel a little bit more too. So if you are intersex, I send you love. My fantastic. I was going to say siblings is I don't want to like claim that I'm part of the intersex community because I was going to say I'm not, but I actually don't know because I've never checked. But you are my siblings, intersex siblings. You are my siblings in humanity, and I adore you. Gman42, heart to you. Thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate you. You are absolutely wonderful. And see, Chloe, thank you so much for your super chat again. You said, if I were to create an original Star Trek series to be set shortly after Star Trek 6, would love to explore that. Yeah, there's some great novels, by the way, Chloe. If you ever want to read, there's a series of novels called the Lost Era Star Trek novels that are all fairly good. I'm trying to think if there's ones that was like overtly bad. Like, no, I think the Lost Era novels are all really, really solid books, especially Keith A.R. DeCandido did one, R.A.D. Candido is his name, did one that was absolutely fantastic. I forget the name of the book, but it's if you look up Lost Era, Keith R.A. DeCandido, his book in the Lost Era is fantastic, and it explores that era. And I think there needs to be more Star Trek, like, exploring that, like, between end of Star Trek 6 and the beginning of Star Trek Next Generation era, because there's a lot of cool stories that can be told in there. Luke Batten, heart to you, thank you so much. You said, UKMB, all my friends who need affirming care, all plan to flee the country. It's bad here. Your voice helps many of us. Keep speaking, please. Of course, Luke. I'm so sorry that I wish I had more time to address this directly, but like I know, especially in the UK, it is very scary, especially with the BBC right now. Like all the crap going on with the BBC and it pumping out horrible transphobia and clearly, like, as much as we're not taking a side, clearly taking the side of, let's just call them what they are, fascists. Like, TERFs are fascists. And you know, again, as I said in my video, not every TERF is an overt fascist or even necessarily we even say that they are, you know, in that even frame of close to ideology. But TERFism and gender-critical feminism, quote-unquote gender-critical feminism, and special quote on the feminism, it supports fascism, it supports authoritarianism, and it supports harming trans people, and it supports harming women and LGBTQ folks in general. And the fact that it has become the de facto voice of feminism over in the UK, I know is extremely scary all around, but especially for my trans siblings and MB siblings over there. So Luke, I just want to say you are absolutely wonderful and you are absolutely amazing. And to everyone who lives in the UK right now, especially if you're trans or non-binary, and anyone in the LGBTQ community or anything like that, like sending you love, like all the love, because I know it's hellish over there. And it's you know, I'm in the United States is not particularly great for trans people either, but I am lucky that I live in a fairly affirming state for trans people, at least at the moment, and am relatively safe and privileged in that sense. So I just, you know, to everybody in the UK and to other areas of the United States and around the world, just in general, I should say too, you know, I send you my love because it sucks. It sucks. But we all try our best to be positive and fight. And I will try to do my best to make sure to always stay positive and be like just a weird nerdy gal on the internet and just to like have fun, but also talk about stuff like that, but also have fun as well. So sending you all the love on all of that front. And then last super chat, I believe here is Edward Beador. The news: the Queen of Angeline has entered a new phase, and now we'll see her until January. Star Trek fans shake and sweat nervously. Yeah, I agree, Edward. I think I tweeted about that last night. There was like someone said like the Queen of England has entered a new phrase, was like the phrase that they used to like describe that, and I'm like, that sounds like she's an eldritch horror demon about to go to sleep. The Queen of England has now entered her newest phase, where she shall curl back up and sleep for several centuries and reappear to like eat the souls of her victims upon next returning or whatever. It's just absolutely hysterical. But I mean, I don't wish anyone ill. I'm not a big fan of the monarchy over in the United Kingdom, or monarchies just kind of in general. But that being said, I hope, like, I don't wish anyone specifically any ill, so I hope she's all right. D. Duval, heart to you. Thank you so much for your super chat. You said something different about Jessie and I, but I can't tell today. I blew myself. Yes, I did that. All right, everybody. I do have to wrap out. I am so sorry that I do have to run. I was gonna say early, but I've been going for about an hour, right? Feels like an hour. Yeah, I'm going for well over an hour. She actually got more, Jessie, just earlier today. So I have to run. I have to take a shower and then run off to my improv class. So I love you all. I hope you're all taking care of yourselves. You are absolutely wonderful. Mwah, my beautiful, beautiful friends. Tomorrow, just so everyone knows, tomorrow my Lower Decks review is going to be going up for Lower Decks Season 2. And then Saturday I'll be playing some video games. Either we'll be playing, it's going to be either Skyrim, Guardians of the Galaxy, or Kenna Bridge of Spirits. So it'll be one of those 3 games. So I'll probably put it up to a vote either Friday or Saturday night. So look for my Lower Decks Season 2 video going up tomorrow. Lucian has spent a lot of time working on that video, and I think it's really, really good. So please check out the Lower Decks review going up tomorrow. I know that video is probably not going to do super well in the algorithm either. So any support that you can give to that, I would be super appreciative of. Like, even if you just go on that video and like and comment on it, and even if you don't watch it, it really does help. But then after that, I have the next few videos after my Lower Decks Season 2 videos. I think not only are excellent videos, but I think are gonna be a lot of fun and do well. So that's all the announcements that I'm here to do. I'm gonna go wash off, take these contacts out because they're gonna give me a headache. But I love you all, and I will see you all tomorrow. No, Saturday. Oh, well, I'll see you all tomorrow on the Lower Decks video, but I'll see you all on Saturday for that stream. So, send you love, and you are all wonderful. And I want to just say, sorry, I don't want to leave because I just like hanging out with you all. Don, because I was only focusing on the super chats, and I feel bad that I sometimes only focus on super chats. So I just want to say, Yeats, Just Carowin, Super Femi, Proper Wolfie, Don Nicholas, Cappuccino Kraus, Ben GM, Admiral Paco, Hello HD, Emily Chambers, Stuart Stave, Valence, Yeats, Rowan Crump, Corey, and Vale Honkinen. My wonderful Vale, you are absolutely wonderful. Vic G, Cappuccino Kraus, Volt Juice, Vic G, a person on YouTube, Super Fenny, John Gringos, all of those lurkers out there. Madeline, Richie, everyone else, the Linux 325, Owen, Wick, Prongs. You are lovely. You are amazing. I adore you all. You make this community wonderful. You honor me with your presence. You honor me with your life, and you honor me just by existing. And you honor all of humanity just by existing. And I really appreciate you being here. So, I see you all. I'm going to go be a weird dork with friends. And I appreciate you all. Mwah.